And I have a joke in my act. I'm Jewish. My wife is black. We go down south. They're worth an extra 10 points. Kind of funny, kind of true. And she has an uncle named Willie who teaches public school. He teaches black history. A lot of bad stuff happened to him in the 60s. So he's got all these... He's one of those dudes that's obsessed with racism, but he says the most racist shit. And he lives around the corner from us, and I'll hang out with him, and he just gets subjected to it. Like I was going to go to this Chinese restaurant, and I was with him, and he pulls me aside. He's like, you don't want to eat Chinese food. What they do is the chicken is not chicken. They get the cats. They keep them downstairs. There's a secret trap door. That's where they keep the cats at. Now they get the cats from the Puerto Ricans. The Puerto Ricans, they kidnap the cats. They put them in the back of the car. That's why the salsa music's so loud to drown out the meowing, so you don't hear it. They kidnap the cats from the Jewishes when they go to Israel to count their money and control the media. That's when they break in, grab the cats, read the final call. So we had a party, and we invited our friends, all different shapes, size, colors, and we invited him, which in retrospect was kind of a mistake, because he showed up and he kept trapping people in these conversations. There'd be one of my white friends, and he'd have them on the wall, and he'd be like, "See, you feel that way because you're white. White is without color. See, white people came from the ice. Brothers came from the sun. That's why white people can wear shorts in October and shit like that. You understand? Read the final call. Have a bean pie. He's got one of my Asian friends in the corner. See, feel that way because your eyes, they're closed. But it's not a genetic thing. It's a denial thing because you look down, you see the little dick. Oh, no. And then you close the eyes and then, read the final call. Have a bean pie, So, people coming up to me after the party, like, who is that? I was like, it's my uncle-in-law. He's just kind of old school, So the next day, he's also very paranoid, a lot of stuff happened to him. So next day, he calls me up, and he's like, nice time at this soiree, a lot of bohemian individuals. I'm trying to get some reefer. If you could arrange, a dime bag, a nickel bag, or something of this nature. So I got to go on a weed quest for my uncle-in-law, and I don't really know where. I know there's this bodega in the neighborhood that I think is a front because there's no merchandise. There's just like an old-ass can of Goya beans in a window and a box of cornflakes. Still has Bruce Jenner with a javelin on it. You walk inside, there's a picture of Menudo on the wall with the eyes cut out. Police aquí. So first I go in, I gotta prove I'm not a cop, I gotta show ID, and I hook it up and everything, and I call him up, and I forget he's very paranoid. I'm like, hey man, I got the, and he hangs up the phone. And he calls me back and he's speaking in code. He's like, did you get the contract? I'm like, the what? The contract. I'm like, yeah, I got the contract. How many pages? I don't know, 50 pages? 50, I told you a 5-10 page contract. I'm like, a 5-10 page contract's gonna have seeds and stems in it. God damn it! He hangs up the phone. The FBI is gonna move in at any minute. So he calls me back. We live in Brooklyn. So he calls me back and he's like, meet me at the promenade at midnight. And the promenade overlooks, the East River. So I go there at midnight and he's out there, but he's in disguise. He's got a trench coat hat on and a hat, a fedora. He looks like McGruff taking a bite out of crime, He's making a fake phone call at this booth. I walk over and something's wrong because he starts gesticulating. Black Hawk down, VC in the bush, principal in the office, cracker on the cheese, flippity flop, abort mission, mutiny on the bounty. Trying to decipher all this shit. Then he's like, meet me in the diner in 10 minutes. I said, 10 minutes, I wait. I go in the diner. He's there. He's sitting at a booth. The diner's basically empty. He's sitting at a booth, and I walk over, and he puts on this whole, production of how he doesn't know me. Coffee for this gentleman I've never seen before. Rest your weary feet, stranger. What can I do? And he slides this napkin over, and I look, and there's something written on the napkin. And I look, and it says 5-0 at the cash register. And I look, and there's a 70-year-old security guard buying a cup of coffee. I'm like, that guy's not a cop. God damn it. He eats the napkin, right? And he's yelling at me, motherfucker, you ruined the contract. I'm like, I quit. I don't want to work for this company anymore. Here, take your POT. I leave. The next day, there's a message on the answering machine. It's me. I read the contract last night, every page, and I can't feel my legs. Call me. So that was my uncle story, everybody.